there is nothing so sad as parting with friends. One often seems so forlorn without them.
This is a consequence, madame, of marrying a daughter. Luckily for you, you have 4 others who are completely single.
Mr. Bingley is coming down, Mama.
Wonderful news! I mean, I'm sure he's nothing to us and I never want to see him again. But he's welcome at Netherfield, and who knows what might happen.
Mother, I assure you the news affects me with neither pleasure or pain.
If it's our society he wants, let him seek it.
But
He
you will
knows
call
where
on
it
him,
is.
of course.
Excuse me, what was that?
You will call on him, of course.
I'll not spend my hours chasing after neighbors every time they go away and come back again.
I begin to worry that he comes at all. I can see him with perfect indifference, but you're such especially talked of. Mother means well. She cannot know. No one can know how much the news affects me.
Wish I could say anything to comfort you, but it's wholly out of my power.
Mr. Bingley has entered the paddock and he's riding towards the house.
You contradict yourself with a smile of expectation.
And there's a gentleman with him.
Some acquaintance or other, I'm sure I do not know.
La, it looks just like that Mr. Oh, what's his name? The tall, proud man?
Gracious Mr. Darcy. And so it does, I vow. Well, any friend of Mr. Bingley's will always be welcome, but else I must say I hate the very sight of him.
Ah, Mr. Bingley.
The gentleman received a terrible news regarding behavior. I thought you would be free from any symptom of resentment or any unnecessary.
It is a long time, Mr. Bingley, since you went away.
Gracious, yes. Far too long in my own memory.
I began to be afraid you were not coming back.
Spanish.
Miss Lucas is very recently married, and one of my youngest as well.
A matter for the greatest congratulation.
It is a delightful thing indeed to have a daughter well married. Mr. Wickham has taken her up to Newcastle with the regiment, a place far too northward in my estimation.
Indeed. Excellent shooting season, eh, Darcy?
When you have killed all of your own birds, Mr. Bingley, pray come and kill all of ours. Or I visited my debt, Mr. Bingley, for when you went to town last winter, you promised to take a family dinner with us. I have not forgotten, you see. I was very disappointed when you did not keep the engagement.
To be remedied at the first opportunity, eh, Darcy?
And
You've been awfully quiet, Mr. Darcy. I hope all's well.
Quite well.
and they went away.
Why if Mr. Darcy came only to be silent, grave, and indifferent? Did he come at all?
Now that this first meeting is over, I feel perfectly easy. It is obvious on both sides we meet only as friendly acquaintances.
Oh, Jane, take care.
Dear Lizzie, you do not think me so weak as to be in danger now.
I think you're in very great danger of making him as in love with you as ever. A man who has been thus refused. How can I ever expect a renewal of his love?
Mr. Bingley called on Thursday.
Having once set on this road of happiness, Mr. Bingley would have nothing to stop him or make his progress slow.
He called again on the following Tuesday.
In my opinion, Jane was all too good for him. But as nobody minds what is too good for him, Mr. Bingley was very earnest in the pursuit of his blessing.
And yet Thursday a week.
I begin to think there is something in this, Jane.
Mr. Bingley's come down and he looks quite serious.
Ah, Mr. Bingley, what a memorable surprise.
What is the matter, Mamma? Why do you keep winking?
I'm not winking at you. Not Kitty. I want to upstairs.
Mr. Bingley, you write excellent.
Elizabeth, I want to speak with you. Come in, Mother.
My dear Miss Bennet, I say, might I venture your given name?
Indeed, if I might venture yours.
Smashing top of the hill, Billy. My dear Jane, I wish to express how very great my esteem is for you.
I see.
By heavens, esteem won't do. I must say affection. Really, I must. My dear Miss Bennet, Jane, if you would do me the honor of...
Yes, and with a very full heart. But perhaps a fuller expression once you've had a word with my father.
Your father, wife. This is top of the hill and no mistaking. Promise me you won't move so much as a word.
I will endeavor to be very, very still. Oh dear. Lizzie! Lizzie!
Lizzie, what?
It's far too much. Maybe for the servant. I can see you as happy.
You are a good girl. You're both so complying that nothing will ever be resolved. Both so easy that your servants will always cheat you, and so generous that you'll always exceed your income.
Exceed their income? Mr. Bennett, what are you talking of? He has 4,000 or 5,000 a year, very likely more.
Lizzie, why am I thus singled out and blessed above them all? I can see you as happy.
You give me 40 such men, and I cannot be as happy. Now, until I have your disposition, your goodness, I can never have your happiness. Just give me some time. Maybe I'll find another Mr. Collins.
Indeed.
Mama, I have no notion to tell you that Lady Catherine de Bourgh has come to call.
No!
Yes.
I'm astonished beyond all expectation.
I have shown myself in.
Well,
You are very welcome, Lady Catherine.
I hope you are well, Miss Bennet. That lady, I suppose, is your mother.
Mr. and Mrs. Bennett. Catherine de Bourgh.
And these, I suppose, are your sisters.
yes, ma'am, my youngest of all is most recently married,
It must
and
be a most inconvenient sitting room for the evening in summer. The windows are full west.
indeed, we never sit here after dinner,
Miss
and
Bennet, I noticed a kind of prettish little wilderness on one side of your lawn. I should be glad to take a turn in it if you will favor me with your company. You can be at no loss, Miss Bennet, to understand the reason for my journey hither.
Indeed, you're mistaken, for I cannot account for the honor.
However insincere you may choose to be, you will not find me so. My character has ever been celebrated for its sincerity and frankness. I was told that not only your sister was on a point of being most advantageously married, but that you would, in all likelihood, be united with my own nephew, Mr. Darcy. Though I know it to be a scandalous falsehood, I have arrived to make my sentiments known to you.
If you believed it to be untrue, I wonder you took the trouble of coming so far.
To have the report universally contradicted, can you declare there is no foundation to it?
Your ladyship may ask questions which I shall choose not to answer.
This is not to be borne.
Your ladyship has declared it impossible.
But your arts and allurements may, in a moment of infatuation, make him forget what he owes to himself and to all his family. You may have drawn him in.
If I have, I shall be the last to admit it.
Miss Bennet, I am unaccustomed to such language as this. I am entitled to know all his dearest concerns.
You are not entitled to know mine.
Mr. Darcy is engaged to my daughter. Now what have you to say?
Thus you have no reason to suppose he would make it.